Okay. Right, I might actually be long. Nope. What is going on here? Yes, YouTube Live. It is excellent strength apparently, so this means it should be coming up if I go on YouTube. Right, so this is an idea I've had for a while. And I might as well finally do it. This might be the best way of getting it done. So let's go on here. Strength, apparently. So this means it... Right, okay. Mario game is apparently the first here. Congratulations, I suppose. Right, so how do I make sure that... Right, so if I go back a bit further, I need to be in the frame. This is not great. I guess, yeah, this is fine. Right, okay, so I'm going to go and display capture. If I go on here, display capture, yes, and then I need to add a browser capture. Oh, no, let's not do that. We need a screen capture. Or a window, yes, a window capture, that's how it, I always forget. Yes, right, okay. Oh wow, we've got this. We compress, so I could actually upload the thumbnail. What is going on? Oh, what could I do to waste Daniel's time? Yeah, this is the trouble. I try and get stuff done, and obviously it doesn't work, and that means that everything gets delayed and people get annoyed, and then suddenly nobody cares about my stream anymore because it's not working properly, which isn't a surprise at all, because why would stuff work? It's just a bit annoying because it would be nice if I really have got this done earlier. Right, oh, come on. Okay, finally. Finally. This appears to be working. So we shall go, I shall remove this, shall go on CS timer. And so the idea behind 100 different cubes is they've got to be unique cubes. So not just different versions of, well, I mean, like, obviously, like, Tornado V3 is different from a Tornado V4, but not just like a Tornado V3 Pioneer, and then a Tornado V3 Flagship, and then a Tornado V3 Standard. No, I'm not counting those as three different cubes. That's just silly. I did, of course, try... In fact, I did get a Sub-10 with the Void Cube, didn't I? And that kind of counts as a 3x3. GAN 12. I think this is a GAN 12. Yeah, this is a GAN 12. I mean, I might as well just get that done. That should be really easy. Let's just pick out the first few cubes. It should just be like first try, no problem, cubes. And then over time we can start adding in cubes that might be a bit more challenging. MoUV11, yes, of course. No, that's just a different version of that. Right, okay. Yes, that is a different cube. So I've got first 7 here. And let's go here. So this is the Mortri Tianma. Not sure what that noise is. X3 Plus. And is this even the vocal version? I think it is. Right, so let's get this done quickly. This should just be first try. Shouldn't have any problem here. There we go. 8.87. That is done. First try. Let's put that cube. Oh, I should probably just have a box for cubes that have been solved in under 10 seconds for now. Right, okay, so we have a Dian Guhong Pro M. I think this is one of the larger versions, which you can't actually get anymore, but obviously I'm not counting different versions. Use a Rubik's brand for the 100th cube. 14.8 centimeter Google cube. Look, I have a Moyu chair, and you know there's a Function chair coming soon, which is meant to be even bigger at 42 centimeters. So, I mean, I will, when I get that, I do intend to get the UWR, but the Sub 10 I do not think is humanly possible. No, okay. Guhong Pro failed first time. That is not good news. What is wrong with you, Guhong Pro? Why couldn't I solve you in under 10 seconds on the first attempt? Yeah, of course I'm blaming the cube. Every time. Use a robot on the 40 centimeter cube. Well, if you design a robot that can solve the 40 centimeter cube faster than me, then please go ahead. Right, okay, 9.55. I mean, honestly, that's not good, but it is sub 10 seconds, so I can't complain too much. Right, GAN 12. This specifically is a maglev UV version, but as I said, we are not counting different versions as of the same cube as separate cubes. I'm pretty sure I have enough cubes for that to be no problem. 9 centimeter 3x3 next. I have got a sub 10 on the 9 centimeter 3x3. I'm not sure if I was recorded though. No. What are you doing, GAN 12? I thought Timon Kolosinski still used you. Maybe they need to replace you with a GAN 16, which of course is coming soon to speedcubing.org and will probably be available towards the end of the month. And you should pre-order it as soon as you can on my site. That's disgraceful. I mean, to be fair, the setup on this does feel a bit weird, but I can't be bothered to reset it up. No, lock up. This is... what is going on? Finally. I think that was the same PLL as my Sub 10 on the Guhong Pro. Okay, here we have... I think this is a Yulong V3M. Yulong V3M. Will the GAN 16 get me more Huz? What is Huz? Is the GAN 12 better than the GAN 15? I don't know. Right, okay. Okay, so we just get fast times with the really cheap cubes. I think this is like £8 or something on my site. Okay, the very controversial YJ Apari 3x3, which nobody cares about anymore, but for some reason is still on my relevant cube shelf. Yes, when you use random slang, like, not everybody's going to know what your random slang is. I mean, si yo hablo en español, no puedes entender. If I speak Spanish, you don't understand. Well, there's a thought. I wonder when my streams will get dubbed too, because I know my YouTube videos are dubbed into 9 different languages at the moment, and they're starting to roll out dubbing on my old videos as well. So it's not just new ones I upload, but even the old ones will you'll start to be able to watch in other languages as well if you want. Quite interesting though. I think a lot of like fast like top YouTubers don't seem to be dubbing, even though like the AI dubbing is there for them. I don't really know why. There we go. 8.52 on the cheapest magnetic 3x3 on the market. Right, okay, so Huz is a slang term that teens are using to refer to girls. Okay, right. For the 20th, use a no flash cube. Yeah, I don't think solving the no flash cube in under 10 seconds is realistic at all. It just isn't going to happen. Yes, cutie Charlie, you are actually the first to say first. Which is quite a surprise, to be fair, considering the amount of other comments left by other people on this stream. Right, let's go with this now. This is a GM Pro, I think. GM Pro V2 UV, I think. I'm just going to assume that's what it is. The trouble is, I have so many of these cubes that it is quite difficult to know for certainty what some of them are if I don't use them for months and then I have some idea like this. Not that I just came up with this idea. Like I think I mentioned this idea to somebody at a cubing competition in Poland all the way back in 2023. Yes. 9.90. Saved having to go through that cube again. Right. First 7 done. Right. Yes, this is actually being done in the warehouse, and it seems fine so far. I don't know, hopefully there's no lag. Ooh, what rules count? Well, obviously, like, if I'm not going to be able to solve it in 10 seconds, then there's no point in me messing around trying to do it. I could, like, spend 100 attempts trying to do a void cube sub-10 and gain. Apparently, I did actually do that once, which, wait a minute, that guy, who's that guy that tricked me into giving him a discount on the previous stream? Yes, I think he hasn't actually taken advantage of that discount yet. Right, okay. Diane Cheng 3x3M. Waylon V10, that should be easy. Um, well, yeah, I guess this is a more Tritianma X3, not the X3 Plus, so that still counts. Mailon 3x3 V2M. No, that's a Chi Pro V2 flagship, so that's a different version of the same cube, so that doesn't count. Zanchi V5, that is a new cube. Obviously, that's just a standard. Well, this is a Mailong, but it's missing a blue center cap, so we need to find another Mailong. What's this one? Right, there's a Mailong that's not missing a center cap. Obviously, this is a non-magnetic cube, so theoretically it should be really difficult to solve in under 10 seconds, but I suspect it won't be at all. Huameng YS3M, I mean, it should be so easy. Should dedicate a specific number of the cubes you plan to, maybe 20, to solving other people's main 3x3s. Maybe. I mean, I'd have to go to cubing competitions for that, or have people come to my warehouse. Right, this is an XT3V1 as well. So this is the next 8 cubes. Not sure how many I'll do today, but we'll see how long this takes as well. I'm definitely not doing all 100 today. Right, okay. I have a feeling this might be quite difficult just because it's been set up so terribly. I suspect it's been sabotaged at the cubing competition. Yes, unfortunately people do that. Please do not do that. Right, okay. Okay, my fear was for absolutely nothing. I mean, what does this prove? What's this proving so far? Like, cheap cubes are better than expensive cubes. Maybe at the end they'll like get the prices of each cube in a column and like show correlation between cube price and cube time, and there'll be like no correlation whatsoever. There might even be a negative correlation, which is not good marketing for me. Like, I'm proving like you don't need to buy an expensive cube or whatever. But obviously this is not the point. Like, obviously you can get good times with cheap cubes, but obviously you want more cubes for a start, so you want to get lots of different types of cubes, and also you want a cube that's going to make you want to practice. And if the cube that makes you want to practice is the cube that Yiheng Wang is using, Weilong V11, then get the Weilong V11. That is a failure on the Weilong V10. I guess there's also, if I were to just do some price like correlation, then I'd also have to include the number of attempts required to get Sub-10, which I'm not doing at the moment. Oh, not quite. I made some stupid mistake during F2L though, so that's not the cube's fault. Same pillow as well. What is going on today with this cube? Honestly, shouldn't have any problem. Sub-10ing this. No, failed again. That is ridiculous. Oh, timer is blocking. Okay, right, yes, I can just move to the side. That's absolutely fine. I did worry that there'd be some issue with this sort of thing. Thank you for pointing that out. Right, okay. What on earth is going on? I used this as a main for a while. Finally. That is crazy. That's like 5 attempts. Like one of the best cubes on the market. Right, so this is the old Mortri Tianmar. Top corner instead of the bottom corner. I could try that. Let's have a look. Yeah, that worked better. Yeah, alright, okay. Right, so more try X3, but it's not the X3 Plus, it's the original X3. I think this is the no, this is a triple magnetic version, isn't it? It's got the feet magnets. I think the trademark logo was blue. You didn't see the solve. I moved to the side that further blocks here. Oh dear. You didn't see any of the V10 solved. Well, I did do it, so don't worry. I've moved it up now, so hopefully from now on it won't be a problem. Okay. Mm-hmm. 0.93, first try. On an old cube that nobody cares about. In fact, I think I've still got 5 of those in stock, so like, please buy them. I probably won't get any more when they're gone, if they ever do go. Sub-10 on the Xenostar green gradient cube. Oh dear. I mean, to be fair, like, if I practiced it, I probably could do that, because it's probably technically easier than a normal 3x3, but it's a stupid idea. Um, to be fair, like, if I can see the colours on the Shizang 3x3, that might be possible. I might actually add that on at some point, because that's probably doable. Probably take a few attempts because the turning quality isn't great, but it's probably good enough that I could do it after a few tries. Honestly, the correlation between cube price and time is clearly negative. Right. Zanchi V5. And this specifically is the standard version, which is the cheapest version, but we're not focusing on that stuff. Obviously, you should buy the most expensive cube. 8.98. First try. Good, good, good. Okay. Oh, use the cool diet. I might do that actually. Oh yeah, I still need to get around to magnetizing the other one. I have ordered your Zanchis, of course. Your old. Well, I can't really call it a limited edition because, like, it wasn't originally marketed as a limited edition. It just they stopped making them and replaced it with a newer model. Right, let's do May Long V2M. No, this is just an ordinary Maylong 3x3. Like the standard budget cube that I have sold at so many market stalls to so many people. In fact, I think this may be one of the most produced cubes in history. Like, I've heard rumours that Moyu have sold tens of millions of these. Potentially hundreds of millions. Well, that's not helpful. I mean, this isn't magnetic, so, like, that is going to make a difference, but I'm very confident I should still be able to solve it in under 10 seconds. I mean, I do it literally all the time in my stalls, and I get other people to mess it up for me at market stalls. So it happens all the time. I get sevens quite frequently. Okay, Huameng YS3M. Huameng YS3M. Make sure to capitalize your Chinese characters correctly. Okay. Not right. Yes, less attempts than the V10. Center cap magnets into the middle green version, so you can have a 20 magnet ball core. Ooh, don't know. Right. 9.64. Right. Good. And XT3V1. Um, 'Custom ball core kit for YS3M. No, I mean, I haven't tried that. In fact, I'm still waiting on my PyCube order. It's taking a long time. My lubricants I ordered at the same time have arrived, but they did tell me they were coming separately. Probably track it later, but I probably shouldn't track shipments on stream. Might be a bad idea. Right, okay. Well, should I try and do the youth? Oh, okay, no, I probably shouldn't try the youth and treasure chest. I'm pretty sure, like, if I built it correctly, it would be doable. But, you have to be very careful with getting the pieces in correctly. Otherwise, it does just explode like that. Just one more missing piece. Where is it gone? This is what I don't like. Stuff like that. Hopefully I'll find that later, but for now... Oh yes, the usual little Magic V3M. You've been tried so hard to market. They even did the Premier Speed Cubing League adverts, which is just crazy. It's just a GAN 12 UI or something. Yeah, I think that's a GAN 12 UI, so that comes under a different version of the same cube. Oh, I think that is a Warrior M Pro, which is a different cube. Okay. So I need a V4. Gotta have that. Huaming TG. Right, I think this is an MGC Evo, presumably V2. Yet another cube nobody cares about anymore. That's another 22 V4, different version. That's another Palmer TG. My ES cube is missing a corner piece, so I can't use that at the moment. Right, I guess that's 5 cubes. And as a bonus for Cutie Charlie, Dianshing is hosting an online CTO competition. Yes, I did see that actually. I might enter that. Right, where is this? Let's just remind myself, this is the Ling Yun. Right, just so I remember everything correctly, I am going to do the Dian Ling Yun first. GAN XS, yes, the GAN XS will probably come up at some point. Like, it will be in one of these drawers somewhere. Where's the GAN drawer? Pretty sure a GAN XS is somewhere in there in my drawer of outdated GAN cubes. In fact, I think I've got another drawer of outdated GAN cubes as well. Yeah, more outdated GAN cubes. So there are loads of cubes to try eventually. Yes. Right. Dian Lunhui. Hopefully this will be... It'll be so funny if this is a first try as well. Yep, first try. 5 attempts on a modern Whalong V10 and then a 15... No, I think it's 14 years old, the Ling Yun. Once I've got your Lun Hui magnetized as well, then I can do that as well. I'm just getting fed up of super glue on my fingers. I need to try and find some way of magnetizing and avoiding getting super glue on my fingers. It's the same thing with making the double cubes as well. Yeah, I had to make another one of those today for a customer. Well, no, one of the double 3x3s. Oh yes, that is a good idea actually, just to change that. Dian Lingyun M. I wonder how many people actually have Dian Lingyun M's. It's probably quite rare. Yushin little magic V3M. Right. I think this is a Yushin Magic V3M. It could be a Yushin Huanglong V2M. Pretty sure it's a Little Magic V3M. Right. Okay. Another cube that nobody cares about. I mean, on one hand, it kind of annoys me when nobody cares about cubes because like, I buy all these cubes. It would be nice if cube companies would just like release cubes that are good. Like if you can't make a good 3x3, then don't make a 3x3. Make something else that's good. Failure first time. There we go, 9.64. Am I going to restock the Super Whalong with the oversized box? I highly doubt it. I'm not sure if I even could if I wanted to, and I think if I were ever to restock the Super Whalong V1, then I would just get the normal size box, which they did do eventually, but by that point, by the time they released that, it was evident that nobody was interested in the Super Whalong, and I still had stock left, so I didn't bother getting any of the ones with the smaller boxes, because what's the point? The interesting thing is about core breaking issues with the Whalong V11 is that they have actually released like spare cores on my suppliers, which I believe I have ordered. Although I thought I ordered them last time I ordered from that supplier, and they didn't come, so I need to check at some point. Yes, I'm pretty sure this is a Warrior M Pro. It feels very tight. I'm not sure I could even get a piece out if I tried, but I'm not going to force it. I think I probably could, actually. Well, cube drops don't help. Noticed with a lot of Chi's recent budget releases that the UV versions are significantly better, with the exception probably of the Warrior M itself. This is a Warrior M Pro, which is like objectively worse, I think, and more expensive, and was released before the Warrior M, so I don't know what Chi is doing there. Right, 8.86, done. Tornado V4. It would be funny if this is a 5 attempt thing again, like with the Whalong V10. It's meant to be a flagship. Well, actually, it's not meant to be a flagship, it's meant to be the Pioneer. But that's just Chi's weird stuff. Yeah. Oh dear. I misscrambled, but we're not worrying about that for this. That is cube number 19. Right. Yes, it would be ironic if the Chi Warrior 7x7 is better than the Spark V2. I will find out soon. It would not surprise me. Huameng TG, not V2. It was never called the V2. There's Mo who just add random letters after some of their cubes. And others, they all the way up to Weilong V11. Wow. Wonder why they don't bring back the hour-long line. 7.97. Not bad. Okay, MGC Evo V2. I think it's a V2. Another cube nobody cares about. Alpha V5. Yes, I hope to get it soon. Should probably put it up for pre-order, but then like I've had the Shangshao Clock V2 up for pre-order and nobody's pre-ordered it, so like I guess people want to see it first. Yeah, like the Spark V2 isn't bad, but yeah, the Alpha WRM is just better. .69, and there was a timer stop delay. I think that is the fastest solve so far, actually. MGC Evo V2 on the second attempt. Fastest solve so far. Right, okay. Ooh, what happens if I just turn the outer layers on again, 460? Probably shouldn't count this actually as a 3x3, but I might be able to do it. Oh, not quite. You prefer an unmodded Shank-Shell V1 clock to the Chi? Oh, okay. Yes, I suppose I could technically say that, but no. Well, this is of course the trouble with Guinness World Records and all their claims, because it's like rotating puzzle, and then sometimes they have to clarify 2x2 rotating puzzle or whatever to come up with their generic name for each cube, and it's like, well, actually, that doesn't really work. Oh, the lockup. No. What? My average time hasn't even been sub-10. That is disgraceful, actually. I'm clearly slow. Hmm. Any news if they'll release a Mate GAN 460? No. I have not heard anything of the sort. There we go. 8 seconds for 3x3 stage on the GAN 460. GAN 562, where you can actually make it function like a 3x3 as well. Right, okay, let's have a think. I've got a bit of time. People seem to be enjoying the stream, so GAN 460 V2 better than the ALSU V6. So ALSU V7 actually, correction. Don't. Not sure. Depends what you prefer. Try them both and see. Right, okay. Oh, wait a minute. I'm confused now. Which one of these is a male on V2 and which is a male on V1? I think this is a male on V1M. Right, okay. Yes, so this is a Super RS3 MV1. This is the Whalong V9 Maglev. That's another Super RS3 MV1. And then we can go right back. Obviously, this was my modded Whalong 3x3M by Michael Haukfurt that he sent with some lubricants once. It actually turns really, really well. But I changed the colour scheme on this one. Right, what's this? Oh, I think this might be a Super Whalong V1. Yeah, I think this is a Super Whalong V1. Right, this is the Core Magnetic WRM 2019. That's another Super RS3 V2. Well, this is my RS3M MF3 RS2M. Oh, right, that's another YS3M, isn't it? Why do I have such a dirty YS3M at the back of the drawer? Don't even know. Don't even know. Some of these cubes anymore. Right, I think these will be the last 6 Sub-10 on the Dainching 10x10. Right, just for you, I will do one attempt and we'll see. In fact, I think this is actually the cheaty 10x10, which is better anyway. Whalong V1. I will probably do the Whalong V1 at some point. I think I have one. Okay. Right. One attempt on this. It would be really funny if I did actually do it. Nowhere near. It's not happening. There we go. 16.48 on a 10x10. Absolutely puts Rubik's brands to shame. Yeah, I've never done an OH Solve Sub-10. I think my OHPB is 12 point something. Right. Oh, wait a minute. I can't use that one because that's another version of the mail on which we've already done. Right. Super RS3MV1. Interestingly, I don't seem to have found a Super RS3MV2. There's a few cubes I should have, but I probably just sold at competitions and I forgot to replace in my collection. No, not quite. That was a very high move count solve, though. Very inefficient. Mm. 10 seconds exactly. Oh, great. Okay. Well, it does say sub 10, so I have to do it again. Oh, dear. I still sell some of these cubes, to be fair. It hasn't died out completely. Right. 0.60. Done. Super RS3 and V1. Done. Yes, I have seen the cheese OH cube. It'd be interesting to try it if it ever does get released. I mean, maybe I'll give it a go at some point. The idea, probably got some mini 2x2s I can mess with if I wanted to. Let's not misscramble again. Okay. What is wrong with me and old Marie cubes today? You can literally use this. No, I don't think I ever used this particular model of it as my main. But there we go. 8.6. Done. Good. Sub-10 with... right. Just so we're aware, right? The UK cube is a 4x4, not a 3x3. And solving it in under 10 seconds is very, very difficult. Like probably if you dedicated hours of practice to it, it might be doable, but it is very difficult. And you can get parity on it. Like there's probably some shortcut to the parity algorithm on it, but you genuinely can get parity on the UK flag cube. Like I will demonstrate. This one doesn't turn as well as the others. I wonder why. Well, anyway, I will get one of the others. Obviously, you can just loosen the tensions, which will solve that problem. Yeah, that one doesn't turn well either. Well, anyway, right. Like, you genuinely can get parity on the UK cube. You can't just call it an imperialism cube. Like, the UK flag is a national flag of our country. Like, sure, you could like talk about the things the UK has done in the past which you might disapprove of, but like, you can't just say it's an imperialism cube because it's got our flag on it. Yes, Trihexer, I do have a UK accent. I wonder why. Maybe because I live in the UK. And I am very, very bad at mimicking anyone else's accent, just so we're aware. Like, don't even ask me to try because I cannot. I just can't do it. It's called Imperium, and I don't know if they still do it. Right, okay. Mo Super Waylong V1. 'Okay. I mean, that is the fastest solve so far. Like, sure, I got a very easy last layer and a pretty easy F2L, but so what? I can't. I can't do accents. Uh, Maybe I should get Glib on at some point. It's quite surprising that he doesn't have an American accent, considering he studies at an international school in Germany. That's failure. Nine point 84. Interestingly, with these WRM 2019s, I'm pretty sure PyCube Shop have basically bought up every single WRM 2019 and are basically modding them all, if they haven't already sold them all. Well, I'm not going to become one of the best cubers. I don't think that's ever going to happen. Of course, I'm excited about the GAN 16 Max. Yeah. I mean, all the British stereotypes that I don't follow, like I don't drink tea. So, there we go. Alright, so this is a Super RS3MV. No, no, what's this? This is an MF3 RS. MoU MF3RS2, I think. And I modified it to put. What did I do? Yes, I put a magnet on top of every screw, which is why the center caps are bulging out, which makes the cube feel looser without it actually being loose, but like it doesn't really work anymore, and the idea never caught on. Okay. This was some stupid mod I did ages ago. I mean, I suspect it wouldn't even become legal because of the bulging center caps. Just a quick reminder to take a break from the screen. Like, why does YouTube do this nonsense? Like, firstly, I'm an adult, and secondly, even if I wasn't, like I don't need YouTube telling me to take a break from the screen. I mean, don't get me started on my opinions and all this online safety stuff recently. It is possible to be good at cubing and not be from China, by the way, as proven by quite a lot of cubers. Yes. As long as... Yes, well, I do like fish and chips, to be fair. And I've heard that a lot of foreigners come over here and they don't like fish and chips. Like, they try it once and then they don't like it. Same with Greg's sausage rolls as well. I quite like them. They've become quite a British, specific British thing. Yeah, no, this stream is sub-10 with 100 different cubes. I'm going to end it soon and then I'll split it up. So I think we're on, yes, we're on 26 cubes so far. So if I keep doing that, then it can be in 4 parts. No, let's make it 3 parts and find another 7 unique cubes to make it to 33. Right. Let's see, are there any unique cubes in here that could be used? Obviously, I've got an MF3V1 enhanced here, but the trouble is it's got no core, so I don't think I'm going to be able to solve that in under 10 seconds. Right. So I think this is a MoU. Right, no, I think this is the MF3 MoU's the first cube in the Mofang Jiaoshi budget cube lineup, which was terrible. But then they improved on it, and out of that lineup came literally the best-selling budget cube of all time, the RS3M 2020. Right, this is a MoU Tanglong, I think, which I bought at my first cubing competition of somebody, and then lost the cube I was actually using to compete back then. What is this? What is this? I think this... Is this a MoU Oolong? I'm not sure. The trouble is just figuring out what some of these cubes are so I can actually use them. Oh, well, this is like... Well, it's not even good enough to even consider using anyway. Oh, this is some old Shengshao cube as well. I don't even remember which one that is. I think this is the MF3S. I can at least use that one. Oh. No, what's this? Yeah, this is the trouble with a lot of old MoU cubes, is I can't identify them anymore. And I can't use them when I can't identify them. I might have to go through at some point and try and identify some of these. Zanchi V5 mod. I have no idea what it's like being 4'5". I am way taller than that. Right. Let's find some more cubes. Oh, I do have a Super RS3 V2. Right, Super RS3 MV2, and yeah, that's probably fine. The MF Mini Cube, that's another Super RS3 MV2. Mohuan Shusu Chufeng, and okay, not sure what that cube is. I can't use it. That's another Wayland V9. That's another Super RS3 MV2. That's another. Ooh, don't think I could really use this, like the coloured mirror cube. Oh, Gorgon Yuixiao. Right, okay. Fair enough. Right. That is the final 7 cubes for this stream, and then I will do that. Well, come to a cubing competition and see me. I am a lot taller than 4'5". However, in my personal opinion, the Imperial system is incredibly stupid, and therefore I'm not going to even entertain the thought of telling you what my height is in Imperial units. I'm 1m88, and if you are stupid enough to still be using Imperial units, then you'll have to do the maths yourself. MF3. And just so you know, like, a foot is legally defined as 0.3048 meters. Just like that is the official definition of a foot. I mean, to be fair, like, this is a terrible cube, so it might take a few attempts. No, not quite. Not quite. Yes, a foot also refers to the thing attached to your leg, yes, but unfortunately it's also still used as a unit of measurement by some strange people. I finally get a 7 on an old and terrible cube. Did I run through the halls holding a pizza? Oh, I mean, it's quite possible that I would have done that. I probably ran to get a pizza at some point. I think at Newcastle Summer they said like I could come back if I brought my cube, I could come back in the evening and get another free pizza. But of course the trouble was like I had no other reason to come back, and I didn't really want another pizza. But I guess maybe you could like get a free pizza there if you could solve a cube. I don't know. They probably wouldn't do it multiple times though, because there probably are going to be more cubing competitions there. So they'll probably get wise to the fact that there are actually people who know how to solve cubes. Unfortunately, like Newcastle summer, like I was very jet lagged and like things just went wrong. I massively overslept. 9.30. Right. No, I don't have gravy with chips. I ask for just salt, not salt and vinegar, just salt. Right, MF3S. I'm pretty sure this is an MF3S, but I can't guarantee that. You can see the evolution of the names. MF3, MF3X, MF3RS, MF3RS2, MF3RS3M, well, MF3RS3, then MF3RS3M, and then they just replaced it and cut off the MF3 and made it the RS3M 2020. And then they made the RS3M 2021, and then they made the Super RS3M 2022, and then the Super RS3M 2022 V2, and yes, that was it, wasn't it? And then they made the RS3M V5. It's all these modern cubers that haven't been cubing for years. They don't know about all the old cubes. Back in my day, we had all these old cubes. Moyu Super RS3M V2. Oh, GAN Mini M Pros. Yes. I might still have one. I'm not sure. I mean, I don't think I have any in stock. You can check on my website though. I might do. But I think I tried to reorder some recently and I couldn't get any more. So yeah. Of course, nobody seems to care about the Monster Go 352, which is basically the same thing, just cheaper and 1 millimeter smaller. 8.18, first try, not bad. I mean, the Super RS3 MV2 never really caught on at all. I think most people just preferred the Super RS3 MV1. Right, MF, new MF 50mm cube. And I'm pretty sure this is not a different, like this is a different design cube to the, I think it's more similar to the MF3S than the MF3RS or anything else. I really do want to get the 40mm version of this, but they don't make it anymore, and I can't seem to ever find one. Oh, I didn't stop the timer in time, so I have to do that again. Funnily enough, I do actually have a sub-10 official average with the Zilong Mini 3x3, which I did back in 2022. Yes, Edinburgh, autumn. I plan to sponsor that. And then I plan to go up to Ben Nevis and hopefully get the record for fastest time to walk up Ben Nevis. I'll probably solve a cube at the top when I get there as well. I didn't last time because it was like really wet at the top, but hopefully it won't be this time. Bad lock up, which will cost me sub-10. Phew. Almost ruined because of the lock up there. Right, so cubes don't have to be normal size. Right, so it is Mo, Huan, Shu, Su, Chu, Feng. If you don't know what cube that, if you haven't heard of that cube, then you clearly haven't been cubing long enough. Let's try. When was that cube released? I think it was like 2017? Something like that. I don't think I have a Yansheng Yan 3. I remember that one. That was early 2017, in between the GTS 1 and the GTS 2. Back in the era where, like, Moyu kept getting new brands that only released one cube because some designer did that. Ah. You're climbing Ben Nevis for some school trip. Okay. Yes, the Queen died like 2022. Which is why we have a king now. Guoguan Yuixiao. So, final cube for part 1 of this stream. Okay. First try, easily. Well under. Right, so, yeah. That's the first 33 cubes, all solved in under 10 seconds. I'm sure I can easily do the rest. Okay. Magnetic big cube comparison video. Yes, you keep asking for that. Maybe I should actually do that at some point. Do I even have all of them? Because I've got a load up on the shelf up there. You can kind of see like 15, 14 is slightly smaller. So Dancing 13? No, that's a Dancing 12 by 12. And then you've got the 13, which is slightly smaller. Then the 12. I don't seem to have an 11 here at the moment. Do I have an 11? Dancing 11 by 11 anywhere? Oh, right, there's the 11 by 11. Right. Let's just get off this so I can actually see. Right, okay. Yes, you can sign up for 3 blind if you don't have successes at most comps. Obviously you can't at like UK championships and stuff like that. Right, okay, let's just get these down. I mean, I might actually make a video at some point with it, but since you really want to see it. Right, okay, so 15, 14, 13, 12, 11. That's a chi 10 by 10. That's a Dianching 10 by 10. 10, 9, and where's my Dianching 8 by 8? Looks like it's missing a corner piece. There we go, there's the Dianching 8 by 8. So you can see the size comparison. Manchester on October the 25th, I don't know yet. It's quite likely I will do. Yeah, I'm not doing really long stuff like that. That would take way too long. Okay, and I guess it's also worth pointing out with this stuff, like chi 10 by 10. Do I have a chi 9 by 9 out here? Oh, there's another Dianching 8 by 8 that's like not got a missing corner piece. A bit scrambled at the moment. Honestly, some cubes, just stuff wrong with them. I need to try and beg for spare parts from suppliers so I can actually sell cubes. Just too lazy to actually get stuff done, and yet somehow I managed to like actually run a cube store. Right, okay, that is all of that done. Yes, I think you're correct. I think Shangshao might have actually released a magnetic 9 by 9, 8 by 8 and 9 by 9 as well, but obviously like I didn't get them because of how terrible the 10 by 10 and 11 by 11 was. Yeah, 15 by 15 is getting left in that pattern. Right. All back on the shelf. I wonder when we'll get a magnetic 16 by 16 and 17 by 17. Right, okay. Potentially. Right, okay, so I'm going to have to end the stream there. And, yep, thanks for watching. Please like, comment, share and subscribe, and watch my other YouTube videos, of course, and get all your cubes from speedcubing.org, because you obviously want more cubes right now, don't you? In fact, somebody's bought cubes while I've been streaming. Yeah. Okay. You want to use a discount you got for the 5x5 Pyraminx on a Whale V11 instead. Is that allowed? Is that allowed? I don't know. I think with stuff like that, it's like asking in a stream is probably the wrong way of doing it. Like, I think you should just like email me, daniel@speedcubing.org, my customer service email, which is finally set up properly, not just a redirect email.